All right. Hey, folks, this is Monk. We are back with another episode from the Canopy Film Show. And I'm joined as always with my co host, got Cornelius, aka Evil Corny.
Hey, what's up, people?
What's going on, man? Yeah, we got some movies on deck for y'all. I didn't get to, go see one of them that, is coming out. It's going to be Jurassic Park. So I'm going to try to get that in this weekend. We also got Superman coming out and maybe some other stuff too that's flying under the radar, so to speak. But let's get into it, man. Me and Cornelius are here to review films, and we got a few for you today. We're going to start with a Netflix film called The Old Guard 2. And in this film, Andy leads immortal warriors against a powerful enemy threatening their group. They grapple with the resurfacing of a long-lost immortal, complicating their mission to safeguard humanity. This is directed by Victoria Mahoney. And this cast, we've got Charlize Theron, we got Uma Thurman joining. We also got Veronica and Go. Kiki Lane is back. We've also got Matthias Schoenaerts in this as well, and Chiwetel Ejiofor. And what'd you think of this, Cornelius?
I should have watched the first one again before I went into the second one, but the first one I remember being a real good action film. And I had a lot of fun. I remember having a lot of fun with that first one, and that was during
Yeah.
COVID, and you couldn't go too many places for a Netflix film at the time. That first one was a good film. Yeah, this one was complete opposite. 4th of July, I woke up and did a couple chores around the house, had breakfast. Noticed that you were watching it, and that was my aim, that I was going to watch that. Going to make a point of watching it,
Yeah.
and regretted every moment of it, because I just thought this film was very, very dull, and
Yeah.
I kind of wish that the the original director actually did had some kind of say in this. But it was lacking. This might be one of my biggest disappointments, like film wise, this year.
Very big, man. Because I remember seeing that preview, and I was like, all right, this is I'm hype, because I had totally forgot about this film. And the fact that the original came out in 2020 is crazy. I feel like it feels like 2 years ago, maybe, but dang, 2020, man. So it's been about 5 years. And I think the biggest problem with this is just told without any flair. It's rather dull. Everything is just looks so unprofessional. Even though the original was low budget, but they still managed to put a lot of energy into theirs. It's like a slicker presentation. The story beats, were more, moving along. Whereas like you said, this thing has really dull, really slow with the pacing. The action sequences weren't very remarkable at all. I'm like, what happened to the original people that you had working on this? But maybe that's a problem with this film being 5 years apart from the last one. You probably couldn't assemble that creative crew again.
Let me say it to you better, for you better, Corey. What happened?
Yeah, what happened? Because like I'm looking at even some of the action scenes. There's scenes where one of our characters is just practicing with the sword, and it just looks so cheap and low budget. Like this thing feels like at times like it's not shot with a camcorder, but it looks like something that was filmed in a camcorder, like a student film, at times. And it just makes you, it's so dull, man. I don't understand too. Like there's just a lot of dull exposition. Characters are, meeting each other, they're talking to each other, but it's just really dry, man. And like even the very end, the sequence, like it starts with a promise, man. The first action sequence, a dude gets his thumb cut off. I was like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. And then it just quickly goes downhill from there, man. It never gets as good as that one moment. You know what I'm saying? It was just bad, dude. I don't know what happened. They're talking about trying to get a third one made that'll bring this all around. I know this is based off a comic book. I've never read that book, so I don't know what happened in that book. I don't know how true they're sticking to the story. And I don't know, dude. I was just really let down overall by this.
I'll be honest with you. Everybody I know that read the comic said that the first one was a better adaptation than the comic itself. And I've been hearing that a lot. But like I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. We do get a different director. They did manage to bring in I think the original director and the writer worked on both of the films, so, but this time it's just the writer, writ this version, but they got a different director. So maybe that was something that was just lost in bringing this to life. But I didn't like it, man. You know, this is a bad film for me, dude. Yeah, I would, unless you really want to see what happens, and it's not much, I would avoid it. It does end on a goofy cliffhanger, and I'm sitting here like, are they even going to get a part three? I don't know. But Netflix, they don't really care. It's no box office to judge it off. So if enough people watch this, I could see them green lighting it, but I don't know. We'll see. But let's get into something that I think might be a little more interesting. We're going to be talking about Bring Her Back. And this one was released in the theater about a month or two ago, and it's just now hitting. You could rent it, or I think you could probably buy it too. This is by the creators of Talk to Me. So the same directors. But in this film, a brother and sister witness a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother. And this film, why am I not seeing the directors?
Philippo
Yeah,
Brothers.
director, yeah, by Danny and Michael Philippou. They're the directors of this. We've got a cast that includes Sally Hawkins, we got Sora Wong, and Jonah Wren Phillips, and Billy Barrett. These are going to be our main characters in this film. So, what do you think about this? Because I haven't watched this yet.
I thought it was an okay film. It's lacking. These are two guys, twins that did Talk to Me, and that might be one of my favorite horror films of all time. One of them. This was lacking. It was a lot of just a lot of convoluted stuff that was happening, and a lot of gore that they
Hmm.
were throwing in just because I really just thought the story was just lacking that much to where they were putting some gory elements in just to build some hype. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah, I
Um,
get you.
I can't really go into too many details without spoiling it, but the foster parent had lost a daughter in a drowning accident, and she was trying to pretty much resurrect her daughter and give her a new body, and
Hmm.
that's basically what was happening. But it's just a bunch of BS that was happening during this film during all this.
Hmm.
Whenever you finish it, Corey, you'll just
Hmm.
talk to me when they did that. It had a couple gore scenes, but overall, it had a real good story, and had really rounded out characters. Had a good situation. Had pretty much set this especially the main character in a situation to where it kind of put you in the mind of Lord of the Rings or whatever, because that hand was kind of addictive and stuff. But this, it was just stuff happening just to be happening. That's how I felt about this film.
Yeah, because I didn't want to really give it a review because, like I said, I probably watched maybe the first 30 minutes or so. So I saw, what happened to get these kids rehomed. The only thing that really did stand out to me was so far from what I've seen, was the performance of Sora Wong. So I guess this is her first time being in a film, and just from, the way they had her character and her acting, I was like, all right, I probably will finish this. So I'll probably finish it
She
later, and then I'll put
she
my
she
impressions on my letterbox.
she's playing a blind girl and she is blind, so
Oh, okay, okay.
that wasn't that at
Hmm.
all.
Yeah, so that was something that stood out to me. But yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it before I can give you guys my full impression. But like I said, check out my letterbox. I'll put that in the notes. I'll probably have my review there. If we don't come back and circle back around to it. The last one I did really have a good time with, and it's gonna be the film F1. It's a
Yeah,
big sport, which also is indicative of why it's doing so well, I think. But in the film, in the 1990s, Sonny Hayes was Formula One's most promising driver until an accident on the track nearly ended his career. 30 years later, the owner of a struggling Formula One team convinces Sonny to return to racing to become the best in the world. Driving alongside the team's hotshot rookie, Sonny soon learns that the road to redemption is not something you could travel alone. This is directed by Joseph Kosinski of Top Gun Maverick fame. And
and Tron Legacy.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of that though, but
You didn't like Tron Legacy? I love that film.
nah, I'm good. But the film does star Brad Pitt. We got Kerry Condon, Damson Idris, Javier Bardem. And also got some cameos from F1 people, so I thought that was kind of interesting.
Lewis
But
Hamilton is a producer on this film.
okay, that makes perfect
Yeah, yeah,
sense.
but he was actually in the film.
But let's get into this thing, man. So I did have a rather good time watching this, man. I will say this thing is very formulaic, man. I could see some critics giving it a knock for that, but these formulas exist for a reason, you know. I think also if you can, you get one of these formula films and you follow the recipe, you can usually end up with something good. But in the case of this film, they ended up with something great, in my opinion, you know. And I really like everything that they've done here. You know, getting Brad Pitt to play this role is pretty cool. Damson Idris is great. You know, it's fun to see them butting heads. Also, great to see Javier Bardem, have a major role in this, trying to hold this team together. Because he's the one really that has a lot at stake too, man. You know what I'm saying? He's got a lot
Yeah.
of his money in here and all of that, man. So that's kind of crazy. And then the other characters, actors in this that kind of make up the racing team, because Carrie Condon, she's kind of the car person, helping with the car engineering. Then we've got other people, the pit guys and stuff like that. So it's just kind of cool seeing all that work together to accomplish the goals of this film. And like this film isn't very deep, man. This guy's just trying to, get back on top and win this race, man. For some reason, he's a racing journeyman. It seems like he just goes to different classes of racing and tries to win. Once he wins, he's on to the next one. Sonny, our character Sonny in here. So it's really weird. I did feel like I was watching Top Gun when I watched this, man. I don't know if it hit you like that in a way, just the way the rhythm and the pacing and the rolling. Like I said, man, this thing is very formulaic, very predictable, but it's still highly entertaining, you know?
Had a lot of fun with it. Like you said, it is formulaic, but it is fun. Just between the cinematography, the effects. I think they did some of the driving themselves and actually was in some of these cars, like F2
Mhm.
cars, but they had them built up like an F1 car to
Yeah.
do some of the filming. This
Kind of like
this this
Top
was
Gun
amazing.
where you got the pilot sitting behind the
Yeah,
actor. In
yeah,
this
yeah.
case, you got the driver sitting behind the actor. Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, but this was fun. I actually saw it in D box, so I had all the motion and stuff going on when I watched it, and
Mm.
pretty much had a the theater I would go to went to see this was a Lux theater, and the screen was just called giant screen, but it's I think it probably as close as IMAX that probably
Hmm.
Lux gets, but it's a huge screen, and I saw it, watching D box, so it was, I was pretty much in the film.
Yeah, the racing scenes were really intense, man. Because there are times where you're just like you can hear a pin drop, man. It's just really adrenaline rush type filmmaking, like those low angles where it feels like you're in the car. You know what I'm saying? You got the driver's point of view. That was pretty cool, man. But then the formula kicks in because like there's points I was like, man, like I don't think this is spoilery because I mean it's telegraphed. I've seen so many films. I knew somebody was going to crash, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
just like,
yeah.
how are they going to make it crash? How is it going to happen? And it's crazy. It almost plays out like did you see Gran Turismo?
No, I hadn't seen that yet.
I recommend that, man. I think you'll
Okay.
like that too, man. It's another Formula One, but I think that one's probably has a little bit more guff to the story because it is a real based on a
True
true
story, and
story.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
So in that way, but yeah, man, it's kind of like it's predictable, man. But at the same time, like I said, it's fun, man. This is a 2 hour, 35 minute film, man, and I wasn't watching my watch at all. Like, and when I think about it, when I left, I was like, what could I have cut from that? And I couldn't think of anything really. Everything in there has a place. There's not too much, waste, man. I even love the scenes with his mom played by Sarah Niles and Damson Idris's mom. But like what's his character's name, man? I thought that was cool, man. Just having everyone played a good
It's
part
CJ.
in it.
It's TJ
Joshua,
because
yeah, Joshua, because he
yeah,
starts
yeah,
calling him
JP,
JP.
yeah, JP, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. This is a good one, man. I could definitely see myself adding this one to the collection. Like it's a film now. When I watch it now, I'll probably be able to just pay more attention to the racing sequences. Something to have on in the background, and you just look up at your favorite scenes. While you're getting some work done. But yeah, this is a hit, man. And like I said, the F1 stuff is so big now. I think that's partly why it hit so big. And it's crazy because we're in peak summer and it's a situation where I'm wondering something's going to get overlooked or swept under the rug or overshadowed. But like,
Win
man,
Oscars season. Yeah,
I'm just talking about these first week returns, man. Like, Jurassic Park hit it out the park. F1 hit it out the park. Superman's on pace to do great. So I'm wondering if any of these will get to the billion mark with it being so crowded right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like a
yeah.
lot of,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, yeah, it's crazy, man. But it seems like everyone's eating, man. Universal's probably got a hit. Warner Brothers, Disney's got something out there. So it's crazy right now. Times of plenty, man. Looks like the theaters are back, or at least summertime. The rush is on, man. And people are coming and they're showing up. Yeah.
I wasn't really expecting it to be as good as it was.
Hmm.
I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad I saw it in D box, and it was just a good film experience. I really liked it.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely, man. And it was packed, man. I had to go see it in the IMAX, which I was reluctant to do, but I saw it in IMAX. I don't know. For me, it just doesn't do a lot much for me. It is a much bigger screen, but I hate how they pack us in there like sardines at my AMC. It's old school theater layout sitting, where your front
Oh, so
seat,
you
the
don't have
guy's right on
stadium
your
seating?
knees. Yeah, you don't got that aisle, and your
Oh, okay.
neighbor's right next to you. You know what I'm saying? If you stick your elbow out, you can hit them, and your knees are touching the seat in front of you. So if they lean back too far, like it sucks, man. So I'd rather just go to the regular, and I do kind of like that wide
My
angle, man, for some reason. I love
yeah, my
it.
the AMC that's closest to me that has IMAX.
Hmm.
They have to. That's one of the theaters I think they need to renovate soon.
Hmm.
My normal theater has like AMC Prime, and that's Dolby Visual and all that stuff. Overall, I like that theater better than I like the IMAX like right
Yeah,
now, and
because I
that's
feel like the IMAX they designed that to pack as many people in there as possible, so
yeah,
they can
yeah.
get as many showings versus having the space that you do in the other one. And then also I noticed that too because it's so packed in. When I look down, I could see everybody in front of me fucking around with their phones and stuff. Whereas
Yeah, yeah,
in the regular seating, I really can't see past that row of seats is in
yeah.
front of me. So that's kind of cool.
That's what I think. Say the upgraded theaters now. You can't see anybody
Hmm.
except for on your row. You can't see anybody in
Yeah.
front of you or behind you,
Hmm.
and I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I,
Hmm.
I, I love that right now.
Yeah, man. But yeah, definitely, man. F1 is a hit, dude. I think I gave that thing about probably a solid 4 stars. On my letterbox, man. It's not reinventing the wheel, but it is a good time, man. Like I said, it's crazy that it has the same energy as Top Gun Maverick. It's directed by the same guy, so it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
cool too
yeah.
that his filmmaking style translated to this racing world realm. So I'm curious to see what else he tackles, because I did hear talks about another Top Gun, but I want to see what he does else, something else action wise, man. What can he come up with? Maybe he'll do some boxing or something like that. I don't know. So crazy. But
Yeah. On that, I don't. On that, I don't know. He's getting
yeah.
in Kugler's territory right there.
Hmm. Yeah. So anything else you want to mention before we get out of here?
No, I'm just counting down the days so I can see Superman.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Can't wait
go
to see that
Friday for
film.
sure, man. So
And that and Fantastic Four are going to make my month.
yeah. I feel like I gotta get my ticket now though, because I don't I'm gonna get my ticket
Oh,
now because tomorrow I'm going to have to cancel that reservation. I don't want to be holding a seat for somebody because at the last minute I book some work. But Friday I think I'm going to go and see if I can lock something in now for the early afternoon. You know,
yeah. I don't, Corey. You know me. I don't mess around. I had my ticket for Superman.
I had it
Like,
for weeks too, man. But the
yeah,
last
yeah,
minute, like Superman ain't paying my bills,
yeah.
so he had to go have to wait a little bit. You know. But yeah, we can get out of here, folks, man. We're gonna be back soon with another episode, some more reviews, and we'll definitely be talking about Superman. I don't know, I might hit you up ahead of time, and we might have to jump the gun in and get a
Do
quick
your
one
early
in.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just get a quick Superman review in, for the crowd, because I don't want to. I might not can sit on it for 2 weeks, man.
No, 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 no. I don't see that either. Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
seeing we do another, a show
Hmm.
like not too far after we see it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. But we're gonna be out of here, folks, man. Tell your friends about us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yeah, leave a review, man. Follow us on our letterbox, man. Put those in the show notes too, so you can check out me and Courtney on there. And we'll be back soon with another episode. Catch me at Monkey Blood on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find me, Cornelius Bros, on Facebook, Cornelius Bros, on Instagram, Cornelius Bros, on TikTok, where I just watch videos at Cornelius 1976. And I think that's it.
Yeah. All right, folks, we out of here.